Welcome to World Traveler Cooking, where we cover interesting cuisines and interesting foods from around the world. This time, spaghetti alla Nerano. Now, this is a dish from Sorrento, Italy. It is quite simple, as most Italian food is, although process is important. The ingredients, we'll use 350 grams of good quality spaghetti. It's important to make sure the cheese sauce comes out right. We'll use around, it should be provole de Monaco, but you can use maybe another good quality imported provolone cheese from Italy, which I'll use here. If you can't get that, substitute maybe a third as much Parmigiano Reggiano. So instead of 200 grams, maybe like 75 grams of Parmigiano Reggiano. We mentioned 700 grams of zucchini maybe, 1 clove of garlic. We'll add a bit of butter, probably not this whole thing. Obviously we'll have salt for the pasta, pepper, and olive oil. And we should have some fresh basil. Unfortunately my basil went bad, so I will be substituting just a dab of pesto for it. But because that's a substitution, I'm not putting it out here with the ingredients. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to weigh out my spaghetti, get the water boiling for it, and then we're going to chop the zucchini into thin rounds. So while the water's been heating up, I've done my prep work. I'm going to add plenty of extra virgin olive oil, and we're going to fry these zucchini a few at a time. And we'll move them over to another bowl as we do so. Some people prefer to fry these and drain them on kitchen paper. I'm not actually going to do that because I think the extra olive oil is very helpful. So we're just going to start with a handful or two of these, and we're going to fry these in the extra virgin olive oil on a relatively high heat. And then we'll just move on. They should start to brown a little bit by the time we're done. As they start to brown, we'll scoop them out. You can use a spatula or a slotted spoon. And we'll drain them just a little bit. And then transfer them to my second bowl, and we'll just keep working our way through the zucchini until this is nicely done. I may have to add olive oil a few times here. So once I work through most of my zucchini, in goes my pasta into the water, and I'm going to just I'm going to go ahead and stir this in. Again, the pasta will sink by itself, and as our last batch of zucchini comes off, we're going to add our garlic clove, and we'll turn our heat way down. We're going to let this garlic clove just sort of gently brown in this oil. This will give it a mild garlic flavor, just a little bit of a hint of garlic. And once it's browning, then we'll remove it. This can take about 5 minutes or so. Once our pasta is al dente, we're going to do this off the heat. We're going to pull it out. You can use tongs or you can strain, but reserve some cooking water. And we're going to add our, so this is the reason I actually use this flat bottom wok very heavily for Italian food, because, you know, it's just perfect for mixing the pasta together. But being a reactive pan, I don't use it anymore for tomato sauces. So, take this. I'm just going to toss it with the oil briefly. I'm going to add my zucchini. A bit of the cooking water from the pasta, and the cheese, which I have now grated. And now we will vigorously mix these together. It's really important to do it vigorously so that the sauce turns creamy. And this is done off the heat. Additionally, if you need more pasta water, because maybe your pasta requires that, definitely you can add a little more. Had I thought about it, I probably would have started with mixing the pasta water and the spaghetti with the oil first. But this should. And now for the taste test. So the word that comes to mind with the taste here is delicate, but it's also very flavorful. It's not like, you know, so it's you get all the zucchini flavors, you get the basil. It's very nicely balanced. The cheese just kind of rounds it out. The pepper on the top adds quite something. Yeah, this is just delicious. This is absolutely delicious. So, highly recommend it. Enjoy this dish. Yeah. If you find this content interesting, you'd like to see more of it, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have anything to say about this video, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Recipes in the description. Bon appetit, and see you next week.